Much respect, you guys. All right, my fearless. How you guys doing? This afternoon, we're gonna get started with one-arm push-ups in this video. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe with us down below, and hit the notification button, hit the bell as we're doing live workouts every day, 9 a.m. especially, 1 o'clock sometimes. But today we're gonna get started into one-arm push-ups. And this is going to be great because it's going to lead into a lot of support into the arm, and emotionally a lot of strength comes out of our arms, and emotion dealing with love, hate, cruelty, impatience, forgiveness, sadness, grief, strength, confidence, courage, righteousness. So all of these like emotions are dealing with the upper body, and when we have stronger arms that can actually pull ourselves up or support ourselves in a handstand or something like that, we usually have a little bit more sense of confidence in our life. So it does build emotional strength and vitality through that. But let's get started with our one-arm push-ups. I had a comment on my last video, breathwork video, and he asked about arm wrestling. And as much as this isn't, I mean, we're doing wrestling, so we might as well do it. But arm wrestling is more of a sport, and I mean, so it was an interesting request. But anyway, I'll always reach out or answer you guys' questions. So so in terms of the rotation of the shoulder, in terms of doing arm wrestling and things like that, so answering your question. You're going to probably want a lot of rotation, a lot of shoulder strength. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and go into a single arm push-up or one arm push-up. Now there's a way to, let's come back into child's pose so we can start out in our exercise here. We're going to start out by doing a couple push-ups first just to warm up, and then we'll lean into either side. And by leaning into that arm, it's going to do so much for the core, for the ribs, for the lungs, because you got your lungs right here under your arms. So when we start to pump blood into either particular side, putting all our weight onto that arm, you're going to feel it activate the tricep, inner tricep, and that's going to be a lot of rotation there too for the strength of your arms. But let's start out in the child's pose. So sit back in the child's pose here. This will be your stretch and way to stretch and open up the lats and the ribs in between. Inhale and open. Hold at the top to absorb the oxygen. Feel the stretch. Exhale, relax. Okay, now let's come forward. We'll do Chakrapakasana. So you can come forward into a push-up and then push right back into your child's pose. Simple one to start. Squeeze the elbows in. And that's a big piece in order to do a one-arm push-up. I can't do a one-arm, I mean I can, actually it's kind of, maybe it's easier in a sense, but keeping the elbows in is where we're going to start to get, again, that superhuman strength to be able to lift ourselves up and push out of our hips. It brings a core strength into it. So keep the elbows in. When we're in a child's pose, my hands aren't out wide. My hands are right in front of my knees. And then keep the fingers out. Spread fingers wide. Middle fingers are parallel, leading up to the shoulders. And then from here, I'm going to rotate the elbows in. I'm going to go down almost as if I'm going to put all my weight onto that arm, onto my elbows, push up and back. Do 10 right there first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to lean forward, slide your hands back more. 6, 7. Maybe come up onto your feet. 8, down dog. 9. Lean forward as much as you can. Elbows in tight to the body, rubbing your body. Squeeze and push up. Okay? You shake the hands out. Stretch the wrists, thumbs down, pinkies high. Pinkies down, thumbs high. Another great wrist stretch that you should know if you're doing arm wrestling. It's an interesting question, that's all. We were doing breath work and you asked about arm wrestling, so well, let's get into it. So we're going to go into the single arm. So again, look at that when we're doing arm wrestling here, rotation, we want the strength of the inner arm, don't we? Want that forearm strength. rotation to really pull down. That inner body, inner core strength too, to rotate and put all your energy and your core into it, not just your arm. It's not just the wrist. That'll snap your arm off. You want to put everything into it, right? So we're bringing our whole core and everything into it, into that shoulder, the shoulder strength, the tricep strength, right, and the forearm strength. Look at that. That's all going to come from right here. Push out of your hip, and then we'll have more strength on that rotation. But for now, as far as what I'm talking about, we're doing the single arm push-up. So we'll go back to our child's pose. Now when we come through here, come up to a tabletop, just slide your knee up, one knee up, and then put your hand onto your knee, and then we continue to do that push-up. Let's show that again. So knees wide. Holy moly, it's hot. Okay, hold on. There we go. Fresh one. Okay. So knees are staggered. One hand on the knee, one hand on the floor. Feel free to move it around wherever you want to place it. That's fine for now, but the closer to your hip, the better core strength you're going to have. So push off of that one arm, the other hand's on your knee. Everybody can do this. Everybody, doesn't matter your weight or your strength. Just got to elbows in and push out. Everybody can do it. So let's go ahead and do 10 on one side. 1, 2, 3. Use this hand to kind of push yourself up too, to support yourself. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just turn so you can kind of like see one leg back, one knee up. And the knee's not underneath my hip too, because that's weird. Look at that. If you're doing that, bring your knee out to the side, hips down to the floor, drop this back hip all the way down, everything down. Push and feel the triceps, squeeze the elbows in. Some people are gonna try to, oh, I can't do it, Niko, I can't do it, because you're doing the wrong muscle. Squeeze the core, elbow in, move and push out from there. You use this hand too. I think that was 10. Let's switch and do the other side. So hands are in the middle, bring back to a tabletop, other knee comes forward out to the side. Make sure it's out to the side more so that my hips will go down, and then drop into that elbow. Maybe you use your other hand to start it out. If the left side's a little weaker or whatnot, that's fine. Squeeze the elbows in. Elbow in. That's first. Elbow in. Elbow in. Elbow in. Lift your body. Elbow in. Lift off. Okay? Should be feeling it here. It's more so in the back than the front. Keep the elbow in. Rotate the eye of the elbow, eyes of the elbows forward. Elbow tight to your rib. Hand here to support yourself. And push. Doing 10. Or 5 to 10. Yeah, pushing out of that shoulder. Maybe it's stretching the shoulder. Some of you have shoulder injuries, it's okay. Just work into it. Rock that shoulder up and down. Move it all the way, anyway. That feels good. Push. 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 And I'm kind of like rocking myself. That's okay. Oh, wiggle yourself up. Wiggle yourself up. That's okay. It's so hard. It's not that hard. It's easy. Say it's easy. It's easy. It gets easier the more you say it. Every time you say it's hard, you're just making it harder for yourself. Okay. All right. So stretch, child's pose. You can put your arm underneath, palm up. Oh, it's so easy. Oh, it's so effing easy. Oh, it's so easy. Life is so easy. Oh, it's so easy. Everything is easy. Everything's easy for me. But Niko, that's because of this. No. It's because I said so. Shh. Just say so. Just say so. Just say it. It's your life. No one else's. Just say so. I can. I can. I will. I can and I will. You can't? Oh, but I can. I can and I will. I can and I will. can, and I will. That's what I'm here for. All right, let's get this. We got one more. Say no now. Okay, so now I want you to look at this thing. We're gonna twist our body. I'm just gonna have you look to the left, look to the right. We probably should have done this first, but anyway, this was the modified thing. Okay, this is the modified one-arm push-up with a hand on here, right? Or you could try to do it from here with your hand up. Makes it a lot harder, right? Let's see if I can do it. Wow, the same thing. Maybe you can try that. Feet are wide. Hand behind the back, whatever, arm out, and push out. All right, maybe you did one on either side, maybe you couldn't, that's okay. It's a lot of core strength, a lot of ribs, a lot of serratus, a lot of lats to do that. But look at here now, so when we're gonna go to a push-up, so we're at the bottom of our push-up, we're laying down flat, I just want you to look to one side. So I rotate, try to drop that shoulder to the ground, look, and then push out of that shoulder. So just looking sideways is going to help build those muscles. Just look sideways, right? Both hands down, that's okay. Both hands down, just push out of the right shoulder. So I'm just going to look away. Get on the other side. Look to one side. 1, 2, 3. Make it 5, 4, 5. Child's pose. You like that one? Feel the more of the ribs, the lats, core, a lot of obliques, hips a little bit. And now do the other side. So just like your push-up, you can be on your knees. That's okay as long as you're leaning, like looking back over that shoulder, looking at this opposite shoulder, and push up. All in the left hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lean all the weight on it. I think it's 5, 6. Okay. Let's do rest for a second. Alternate. Look to your right. Look to your left. Look to your right. Look to your left on each push-up. Let's go for 10. Child's pose to stretch. When you're ready, 10, and just look to the left or look back when you drop down. So I look to my left, I drop down, look to my right, to my left, to my right. And if you're on your knees, to make it a little bit harder and to really kind of work into the glutes a little bit too, you can lift your leg up off the ground and that squeeze that top side glute. So it's like, I lean, kick that leg up, and squeeze the glute. 1, 2, from the feet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Got you 10 there. I like that one. I like twisting push up. So yeah, for my guy, arm wrestler, you should feel it here with all that, right? You feel that here. That's everything. It's coming from here. It's not just your wrist. There's no strength there. It's behind the fist. It's behind the shoulder. I actually watched an arm wrestling technique. A guy who's actually explaining to Rich Pierna, I think his name is. Rich Pierna, big guy, big bodybuilder guy, and he was learning from, the arm wrestling, whatever. He was learning from, and the guy was talking about the technique, and I was like, I could see the technique because, when somebody as a teacher, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, okay, I instantly know and realize where his power is coming from as an arm wrestler, as a professional arm wrestler. So, it was about the position. And when you're doing a professional, you got one hand locked on it. It's like a little joystick to the side, and you can hold that. And then you hold hands that I think they tie you tie it together, your wrist together or something like that too. And so it's just all about that strength. And there's this inward rotation like a curl. When you do a proper curl, you should be curling inward at the top. When you do a curl the pinky in, right? When we do curls, instead of just going right here. you really want to get it, squeeze and rotate in at the top. So that inward rotation, when you're pulling down, grip the rotation of the wrist. A lot of wrist work there too. So remember, I said palm push-ups. That was another one that's going to be good. That's it for you, my friend. All right, keep following along. And anybody else have any comments, videos that we can do, things that we can come up with and just connect and piece together? That'd be really cool. Other than that, let's do one more set. We'll do one more set. I want to do one more of that side to side, or maybe 2 more sets. Let's get it. But just go side to side. So when you're here, you're leaning on this arm. It's that same technique there. Try 5, maybe feet super wide, and maybe your hands on the ground when you drop down. All my weight's in that shoulder on that side. Maybe you can just, you touch your shoulder to the floor, hand off the ground, and then push up from there. Try that for 5. Feel free to put your face to the floor, it's okay. Lean all your weight on it because it's gonna stretch your sternocleidomastoid attaching to your chest. So doing that face to the floor is okay. Push out, maybe go down, and push up. One hand, go down, and push up. One hand, go down, and push up with both hands. 2, come on. 3, 4, 5. All right. Yeah, it's not the greatest form, but you know, when you start out, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be, you know, whatever. Just get it. It's mind over matter. Mind over matter. My matter's not changing. My mind's gonna push it there. Let's do the other side. Feet are wide. Drop down in on that shoulder, leaning in on that side. Hand off the ground and push up. Maybe back, knees down. This one's off the ground. Or as a modified version. Or again, drop down with it and then hand to the floor. Push up and push up. Knee off the ground. Let's go. One, 2, 3, 4. Use your knee if you need to. That's fine. Put the knee down. Pick it up. 5, 7. Is that 5, 6? I'll go to 10. Single leg, single arm down dog. Wide legged down dog. Up. 1. Come on. 6, 7. 8. 9. Child's pose. Down dog. Handstand. Whatever. That's it, guys. Much respect. Fight fearless. Let's keep it going. See you tomorrow. More breath work in the morning. Combining all this stuff. Remember, spiritual growth. If your mind is in the right place, your physical just teleports right there. So let's build these spiritual powers, guys. DM me down below if you want to do a Zoom call. Let's talk and figure out what your superpowers are. And once you know what your powers are, then you can go in the right direction and you can go towards your strength, and your whole life will change and it'll shift, and everyone will be attracted to you because you are vibrating from God, the source that shines through you. Don't be disconnected from your power, guys. It's all love, it's all creation, it's all forgiveness. Forgive yourself, forgive others, and live in love and light. Christ consciousness. It's right there. You're the one, you're the creator. Much respect, fight fit. I'm too heavy, fire this. Well, burn it up, AJ, let's go. Breath of fire. Join me every morning, no excuses. I got too many videos on YouTube for you guys to be, for you guys to say that you don't have what you need to get to where you need to go, because it's all there. All right, motivating you guys. It's on there. Go to youtube.com, download the app, get your fitness. It takes energy. It takes the shift. You gotta just do the work. You gotta do that. You know what I mean? But it's here for you. The spiritual work is here for you. Do the exercise. You will get the benefit. It is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You move your physical body in a way, following your mind, and it will follow. The problem is that we think, I'm fat, I'm fat, I'm fat. So your body's following that. I'm this, I'm that. My body's following that. You see it? Can I get a thumbs up? Anybody? No? Leaving? You know what I'm saying? I am that. My body follows. I am that. My body follows. That's the kid. That's what's happening. I am that. What do you want to be? Don't tell me what you are now. I don't care what you are now. I don't see you. I don't see you. Where are you at? You're there. You're there. Go there. Speak from there. Fight fearless.